Episode 9, The Way of the Adventures Guild. We are so glad that you have enjoyed our weekly podcast of SideQuest. We hope that you continue to listen and enjoy the exciting world of the Land of Sojourn. We firmly believe that music enhances the listening experience. Unfortunately, we are unable to include music directly on YouTube. Therefore, we recommend that you listen to Smells Like Teen Spirit by Malia J on your favorite streaming service before each episode. Quote for this episode: virtual reality is the ultimate empathy machine. These experiences are more than documentaries. They're opportunities to walk a mile in someone else's shoes. This highlights how VR can enhance understanding and empathy by immersing users in different perspectives and experiences. Palmer Luckey, gameplay developer of Sleep Gear Deep Dive software. Episode 9, Part 2, The Way of the Adventure Guild.
Andrew, known as Mercurius in the virtual reality game Land of Sojourn, stood in awe before the Ember College of Magic. The college was a sprawling marvel stretching across at least 50 city blocks in the education section, in the city of New Beginnings. Its towering spires reached for the sky, glistening with enchanted lights that danced like stars. The walls were adorned with intricate carvings and shimmering gemstones, a testament to the opulence and grandeur that defined this prestigious institution. As Andrew approached the front gate, he couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and trepidation at the thought of what lay beyond. He thought, would I be allowed to enter its large and intricate front gate? However, his excitement was short-lived. 4 wards stationed at the entrance eyed him with disdain, their expressions twisted into mocking grins. "You think one can just waltz in here?" one of them sneered, his voice dripping with contempt. "This place is for the strong, not for someone like you." The other ward chuckled, adding, "You don't even have the strength to take a single step onto these grounds. Go away before you embarrass yourself further." Andrew's heart sank as he realized the truth in their words. He glanced down at himself, noting the basic clothes and lack of armor that marked him as an outsider. Moreover, he remembered that he didn't have the necessary letter of acceptance, nor had he reached level 10, both prerequisites for entering the college. The ward's words stung, and one of them went so far as to mock him for looking homeless, a comment that cut deeper than he cared to admit. Feeling the weight of their scorn, Andrew turned away from the gates, his mind racing with thoughts of what he needed to do to prove himself worthy. He knew he had to return to the bustling market district, where he could purchase better clothes and armor. Yet he also understood that these material changes were only part of the solution. He needed to grow stronger, to level up, and earn the respect that would grant him entry into Emberstone. As he walked away, Mercurius couldn't shake the feeling of determination that had begun to well up inside him. The laughter of the wards echoed in his mind, fueling his resolve to rise above their taunts. He envisioned himself standing at the gates once more, but this time with the power and presence that would command their respect. The path ahead was clear. He would train, gather resources, and return as a force to be reckoned with. He knew the journey would be challenging, but the thought of proving the college wards wrong and stepping onto the college grounds filled him with determination. The Emberstone College of Magic awaited, and Andrew was ready to do whatever it took to claim his place within its storied halls. Determined to change his fortunes, Andrew turned on his heel and made his way to the warp pad. With a quick tap on the glowing interface, he transported himself to the bustling heart of the nearest warp page just a few blocks away from the Adventurers Guild. The guild was a hive of activity, filled with seasoned adventurers and eager newcomers alike, all seeking to equip themselves for the challenges that awaited. Andrew navigated through the throng, his eyes set on the guild shop where he hoped to find the gear that would help him prove his worth. Inside the shop, Andrew was greeted by Midian, the guild's official supplier and owner. Midian was a tall, imposing figure with a warm smile and a keen eye for quality. "Looking for something special today?" she asked, her voice both commanding and friendly. Andrew nodded, explaining his need for armor that wouldn't draw unwanted attention, as well as a reliable sword and more presentable clothing. Midian listened attentively, then guided him to a section of the shop filled with an array of armor and cloaks, each more impressive than the last. After careful consideration, Andrew settled on a level 5 armor kit, imbued with a healing enchantment, granting him 1 point of healing every second it was worn. The armor, even being level 5, looked like a masterpiece of craftsmanship, made from a lightweight yet incredibly durable material that shimmered subtly with a silvery hue. It was designed to offer maximum protection without sacrificing mobility, and its enchantment was woven into the fabric, glowing faintly with a soothing silver light. It cost him 150 gold pieces. For his weapon, Andrew chose a level 5 sword that was as much a work of art as it was a tool of battle. The blade was forged from enchanted steel, its surface etched with intricate runes that glowed with a fiery red when activated. The sword's fuller was inlaid with a line of molten gold, enhancing its strength and adding a touch of elegance. The hilt was wrapped in dragonhide leather, providing a comfortable grip and ensuring the sword felt like an extension of his arm. The pommel was adorned with a ruby that pulsed with a warm light, resonating with the fire enchantment. This enchantment allowed the blade to burst into flames at Andrew's command, casting a warm glow and adding a searing edge to his strikes. The sword's balance was perfect, allowing for swift, precise movements in combat. It cost him only 179 gold pieces. To complement his new gear, Andrew also acquired a shield that was both beautiful and formidable. Crafted from a rare alloy known for its strength and lightness, the shield was circular with a polished surface that reflected light in a dazzling display. Its edge was reinforced with a band of enchanted mithril, providing additional durability. The reflective enchantment on the shield allowed it to absorb and redirect magical attacks, turning an enemy's power back upon them. The center of the shield featured an emblem of a phoenix, symbolizing rebirth and resilience, which glowed softly when the enchantment was active. The interior of the shield was lined with soft padding, ensuring comfort during prolonged use. It cost him 100 gold pieces. Additionally, Andrew decided to purchase a cloak that would add an extra layer of mystique and utility to his ensemble. The cloak was woven from shadow silk, a material known for its ability to blend into the surroundings, providing a degree of stealth. It was lightweight and flowed effortlessly with his movements, its deep midnight blue color shifting subtly in the light. The cloak was also enchanted with a minor protection spell, offering a slight resistance to elemental damage. When he placed the cloak on, it radically changed his look to a ranger class. As Andrew finalized his choices, Midian pointed out that a higher-level version cloak of the same items was available in the shop for 250 premium coins. These premium versions boasted enhanced enchantments and superior craftsmanship, tempting Andrew with their promise of even greater power. However, content with his current selections and mindful of his budget, Andrew thanked Midian for her guidance and left the shop, feeling more prepared than ever to face the challenges ahead. As Andrew stepped out of the shop, he pondered the allure of the premium items Midian had mentioned. Premium coins, he knew, were a special currency within the realm, often purchased in-game with real money. However, for those who preferred to earn their way, premium coins could also be obtained through community mission wins, where adventurers banded together to complete challenges and were rewarded for their collective efforts. Additionally, for those who amassed wealth in gold coins, there was an option to convert them to premium coins at a rate of approximately 1 premium coin for every 1,000 gold coins. This exchange rate offered a path for diligent adventurers to access the premium items without spending real money. As Andrew continued on his way, he reflected on the dynamics of the realm's economy and the community's strong stance against the concept of pay to win. In the past, the ability to purchase powerful legendary weapons directly with real money had sparked considerable controversy. Many adventurers felt that this undermined the spirit of fair play and the satisfaction of earning one's success through skill and perseverance. The community's vocal pushback had led to significant changes, stripping the ability to buy legendary weapons outright. Instead, these coveted items had to be earned through completing challenging quests and proving one's worth in battle. However, to maintain a balance and offer opportunities for all players, the Realms Council had introduced a compromise. Once a month, a legendary item was made available for conversion with premium coins or through a one-time purchase. This allowed dedicated players who had accumulated premium coins through their adventures or savvy trading to access these powerful items while still ensuring that the most sought-after gear remained a testament to one's achievements and dedication. Andrew appreciated this balance, understanding that it preserved the integrity of the game while still rewarding those who invested time and effort into their journey. With his new gear securely in place, Andrew made his way to the adventure scale. It was next to the training ground. The adventurous scale was a bustling hub and pub where adventurers gathered to test their skills, take on quests, and hone their abilities and watch others. You could watch other players train or be able train in a large group. The adventure scale was a grand structure, towering over the surrounding buildings with its intricate architecture and vibrant banners fluttering in the breeze. As Andrew approached, he felt a surge of anticipation, eager to see how his new equipment would perform in action. At the entrance, a stern-looking guard stood watch, ensuring that only registered adventurers gained entry. Andrew reached into his pouch and retrieved his adventurer's card, a small, intricately designed piece of metal engraved with his name and rank. The guard inspected the card closely, nodding in approval, before stepping aside to allow Andrew inside. "Welcome, little dragon," he said mockingly to Andrew. Once admitted, Andrew made his way through the bustling corridors of the adventure scale, passing by various rooms filled with adventurers of all levels. Some were engaged in animated discussions about recent quests, while others were busy strategizing for upcoming challenges. The air was filled with a palpable energy, a mix of camaraderie and competition that fueled the spirit of the place. Andrew soon arrived at the training ground, a vast open space dedicated to practice and preparation. The ground was marked with various sections for different types of training, from swordplay and archery to magical duels and obstacle courses. Adventurers of all kinds were scattered throughout, each focused on refining their skills and techniques. Eager to test his new sword and shield, Andrew headed to the section reserved for melee combat. He found an open spot and began to practice, feeling the weight and balance of his sword as he swung it through the air. The blade moved with precision and grace, the runes along its surface glowing faintly with each strike. His shield felt like a natural extension of his arm, ready to deflect any incoming attacks. As Andrew trained, he felt a growing sense of confidence and excitement. The adventure scale was not just a place to improve his skills, but also a community where he could learn from others and share in the thrill of adventure. With each swing of his sword and every block with his shield, Andrew felt more prepared for the challenges that awaited him, eager to prove himself as a formidable adventurer. Andrew stood at the training dummy, his focus intense as he practiced slashing and stabbing with his new sword. Each movement was deliberate, the blade slicing through the air with a satisfying whoosh. As he worked, he became aware of an older gentleman approaching, his presence commanding yet calm. The man had long salt and pepper hair and an eye patch over his left eye, giving him an air of mystery and wisdom. "The brave and intelligent ones always come early," the man remarked, his voice warm and friendly. Andrew paused, turning to face him. "Excuse me?" he said, a bit surprised. The man smiled, introducing himself as Master Stark Erickson. "Heroes are always the first to arrive for a mission. Call it nerves or call it intelligence, it doesn't matter. I'm always impressed." He gestured to the clock above them, and Andrew followed his gaze. "Oh," Andrew replied, a bit sheepishly, "let's call it a little of both for me." Master Erickson chuckled softly, his laughter like a gentle breeze. "Don't mind me, but where would you strike if you had someone in front of you?" he asked, his tone inviting, rather than challenging. Andrew thought for a moment before responding, "Straight for the heart." Master Erickson chuckled again, a twinkle in his eye. "I sense great power within you," he said, his voice filled with genuine admiration. "Thank you," Andrew replied, feeling a sense of pride. "But remember," Master Erickson continued, "power means nothing if the user isn't intelligent with it." "I agree," Andrew said simply, nodding in understanding. Master Erickson observed Andrew closely, noting the potential he saw. "I can feel you have armor and other items much more powerful than what you're currently using," he commented, his tone both curious and encouraging. Andrew grinned, a hint of mischief in his eyes. "With great power comes the need to level up to wield them," he replied, echoing the wisdom he'd learned on his journey. The Grand Master chuckled once more, clearly enjoying the exchange. "Let's see how you handle yourself in a real sparring session," he suggested, gesturing for Andrew to prepare himself. As they squared off, Andrew felt a surge of excitement mixed with a touch of nervousness. Master Erickson moved with a grace and speed that belied his years, his every motion fluid and precise. Andrew did his best to keep up, blocking and countering as he had practiced, but the master was relentless. In a swift, unexpected move, Master Erickson disarmed Andrew, sending his sword clattering to the ground. Before Andrew could react, his shield was deftly knocked from his grasp as well. He stood there, momentarily stunned, his heart pounding in his chest. Master Erickson stepped back, his expression kind, yet firm. "Humility and action, Mercurius," he said gently. "Never underestimate your opponent, and always be ready to adapt." Andrew nodded, absorbing the lesson with a newfound respect. "Thank you, Master Erickson," he said sincerely, grateful for the wisdom and guidance. The master smiled warmly, placing a reassuring hand on Andrew's shoulder. "You have great potential, Mercurius. Keep training, and you'll become a formidable adventurer." With that, Andrew retrieved his sword and shield, feeling more determined than ever. The sparring session had been intense, but it had taught him valuable lessons about humility, strategy, and the importance of staying grounded. As he continued his training, he knew he was on the path to becoming not just a powerful warrior, but a wise one as well. For the next hour and a half, Master Erickson regaled Andrew with tales of his past exploits, each story more captivating than the last. Filling their drinks when they were empty, they laughed at the stories, and Andrew was all ears to Master Erickson. The master spoke with a vividness that brought his adventures to life, describing epic battles against fierce dragons, daring rescues in treacherous lands, and the camaraderie of his fellow adventurers. Andrew listened with rapt attention, completely absorbed by the master's storytelling. Time seemed to fly by, and before he knew it, there was only half an hour left before the mission was set to begin. Realizing the time, Master Erickson smiled and said, "Come, Andrew, let me introduce you to some of the others who arrived early, but not as early." He led Andrew to a group of adventurers gathered near the entrance, each one unique and intriguing in their own right. First was Misty, a skilled archer, with a quiver full of finely crafted arrows slung across her back. She wore a sleek, forest green tunic that blended seamlessly with her surroundings, her eyes sharp and perceptive. Next to her stood Jerome, a towering figure clad in heavy armor that gleamed in the sunlight. He wielded a massive battle axe, its blade etched with intricate runes that glowed faintly with a magical aura. Beside Jerome was Lyra, a sorceress draped in flowing robes of deep blue, her hands adorned with rings that shimmered with arcane energy. Her staff, topped with a crystal orb, pulsed with a gentle light. Then there was Thomas, a rogue with a mischievous grin, his twin daggers tucked into his belt. He wore dark, form-fitting clothing that allowed him to move with stealth and agility. Andrew quickly observed that Thomas was the young adventurer who Andrew and his friends had previously saved a few nights ago. Finally, there was Sam, a friendly and talkative adventurer from Texas. He carried a long sword, its blade sleek yet well-maintained, and wore plain, practical clothing that spoke of comfort and ease. Sam's warm demeanor and quick wit made him easy to talk to, and he immediately struck up a conversation with Andrew, sharing stories of his own adventures with an infectious enthusiasm. Master Erickson introduced each member of the team, and funny enough, none of them had created game names yet. Just Lyra, whose real name was Patty from Ohio. As Andrew mingled with the group, he felt a sense of belonging and excitement. These adventurers, each with their own strengths and personalities, would be his companions on the upcoming mission. With Master Erickson's guidance and the camaraderie of his new allies, Andrew felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Master Erickson gathered the group around him, his expression serious yet encouraging. "Your mission today," he began, "is to learn the ways of the Adventurers Guild by completing an F-ranked task. The Guild exists to bring adventure into the lives of those who seek it, to explore the unknown, to protect the weak, and to defeat the strong. It is a place where individuals come together to grow in strength and wisdom. Today, you'll be escorting a farmer, a prisoner, and a cart of supplies to a small settlement about an hour outside the city." He paused, letting the importance of the task sink in. This mission is designed to test your ability to work together as a team. It's not just about the destination, but also about how you handle the journey. Communication, strategy, and support for one another are key. Remember, even the strongest wolf can be brought down by a well-coordinated pack. Alone, you may face challenges that seem insurmountable, but together you can overcome any obstacle. Master Erickson continued, his voice filled with the wisdom of experience. The Guild teaches that true strength lies not in individual prowess, but in the unity and cooperation of a group. Just as a pack of wolves relies on each member to play their part in the hunt, so too must you rely on each other. Each of you brings unique skills and perspectives to the table, and by working together, you can achieve far more than any one of you could alone. As he finished speaking, a soft chime echoed through the room, signaling that it was 6 p.m. With a sense of purpose and camaraderie, Andrew and his new companions set off, ready to embark on their mission. The path ahead was filled with unknowns, but with the guidance of Master Erickson and the strength of their newfound team, they felt prepared to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As they walked, Andrew felt a growing sense of belonging and excitement, knowing that this was just the beginning of his journey with the Adventurers Guild. Signaling everyone's attention again, Master Erickson explained further. Master Erickson gathered the group around him, his expression serious yet encouraging. "Your mission today," he began, "is to learn the ways of the Adventurers Guild by completing an F-ranked task. This mission is designed to test your ability to work together as a team, ensuring the safety of your charges and the successful delivery of the supplies." He paused, letting the importance of the task sink in. Remember, it's not just about the destination, but also about how you handle the journey. Communication, strategy, and support for one another are key. Master Erickson, with a thoughtful pause, added another layer of wisdom to his guidance. "In times of adversity," he began, "a true leader emerges not by commanding others, but by inspiring them. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. As you face the challenges ahead, remember that leadership is about setting an example and lifting others up, even when the path is difficult. These words resonated deeply with Andrew and his companions, instilling in them a sense of responsibility and purpose. They understood that leadership was not just about making decisions, but about fostering an environment where each member could thrive and contribute their best. With this understanding, they set off toward the settlement, ready to support one another and rise to the occasion as both leaders and teammates. Master Erickson sent a group party request to which each adventurer accepted. As he finished speaking, and with a sense of purpose and camaraderie, Andrew and his new companions set off. Sam let out a loud clap and screamed, "Adventure time!"
Stay tuned for next week's episode, Part 3 of The Way of the Adventures Guild.